Rarely has mankind hesitated to eradicate the creatures that stand in the path of his conquest. If we find intelligent species, ritual extirpation of undesirable beings, odors from another world,
the rest must be destroyed.
Is it possible that our dark past might repeat itself?
Watch them and pray.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, government agents, white people cashing in on their Mexican friends' homemade tamales, and anyone who might be listening. This is Close Encounters of the Podcast Kind. I'm your host, Tasker, and we have Nick.
Take three.
Yeah, so this episode, welcome to the Kickback episode, by the way. We're taking it easy this week and also next week because it's kind of like our own holiday vacation. Nick's traveling. This is actually our second take because in a Close Encounters first, our discussion got so inappropriate that we ended up having to cut the whole episode.
Yep, 22 minutes in, we were like, you know what?
Maybe this.
Wrap it up. Let's do this again.
This feels really incriminating and a very risque conversation. And we'll just say it involved like 4chan and like incels, and it got a little out of hand. So it's the season. It's the holiday season. We're not here to sow seeds of chaos. We're here to have a good time, enjoy the post Christmas clarity, to just, really rake in, what we've gone through from like visiting our families and stuff. So my first question to you, Nick, was how was your Christmas?
My Christmas was pretty good. I mean, of course I was drinking a lot this week, and I'm just tired, man. Like, I'm just like tired of drinking. I'm tired of eating. I'm tired of, waking up early for like family things. So as fun as Christmas is, I'm good now. I'm good.
Yeah. Kind of Christmased out, kind of partied out. And I feel you, man. Like I had to wake up super early these past couple days, and I've been just like a complete like asshole to everybody around me because I'm a little cranky boy without my sleep.
Yeah, but see, we talked about this the last couple episodes. Like, is this going to be a catalyst for you to start switching up your sleep schedule for work, or?
Yeah, I think when I realize how difficult of a transition it's going to be, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start making more of an active effort because, like, dude, I had to sleep in hard today just to feel like normal again. And like, I think it's time. And also, too, I think also you'll be proud to know I ordered a big old 24-pack of Perrier to help cut down with the drinking so I could get a more natural sleep.
Proud of you, man. That's the way to go. I made the, like, I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I made that switch away from whiskey nightly and I used sparkling water. And this was like 2 years ago, year and a half ago, and I haven't looked back. I still have like 2 bottles of sparkling water almost every night, just to keep me from reaching into the freezer and grabbing that fucking bottle of whiskey,
Yeah, I don't know what it is about like the sparkle or the bubble that just snaps you out of it or just fills you up, and like you make it into like you replace the not the tradition, but like the habit of it. Like it's a thing that you expect to have some sort of drink, so you need to make something that's not alcohol that somehow like kicks off the edge, like, that makes you like, I don't know what it is about sparkling water because I've done it before. And it really does like knock down cravings and stuff. Cause I'm like I'm a nightly whiskey guy, and that's not, I can't do that forever. And I've heard, you can do that for a couple of years of your life and stuff like that. But eventually, we're talking about the future. We're talking about eventually settling down, starting a family and stuff. And like, you don't want to be like, half drunk when your kid runs in and throws up all over your room.
Yeah, this isn't the 1800s in Ireland. You can't be living like that anymore. But you know what? After 2 years of observation, what I've noticed, in my opinion, what's really helped me the most is, look, I understand when you drink alcohol, you become drunk, you become intoxicated. There is a physiological reaction happening in your body.
Correct.
But what helps me, in my opinion, with sparkling water is it's a replacement of sensation. So like when I drink whiskey at night, that physiological change is a sensation for me. If I was to just drink water, there's no real sensation that comes along with that. But if you have sparkling water and it's really bubbly and it kind of feels like you're drinking like a gin and tonic minus the gin, it's like a sensation for me. That's why I like it.
And that actually makes a lot of sense because we usually drink like whiskey straight or like whiskey Coke, which is a carbonated drink.
Yeah.
So maybe it's sort of that like association just kind of like makes our body just chill out. And Yeah, that's an interesting observation. So that's probably going to be my New Year's. If anybody was asking, my New Year's resolution is I want to drink less so I can sleep better.
That's a great resolution to have, man.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, so I'm glad that I did. I think that's I'm glad that you brought it up because I think that's going to be a good change for you. Because like, not only are you drinking less, but you'll also be sleeping better. So it's two majorly beneficial changes happening simultaneously because of one change.
And that's the thing is like, I rely on it to sleep. That's the thing. It's like, and thankfully it's not so bad. Like I'm getting like just like shit housed and just like completely irresponsible, like off the handle, but it's definitely enough to a point where I'm like, yeah, I could see this just not really being good for me in the future. Been doing it for a while, basically since like college. And that's another thing too. A lot of people don't talk about is how college is just people seem to worry about the reefer smoke, the marijuana being a gateway drug. College is just a fucking like basically like a free ticket to alcoholism.
Opioids are getting real popular with the young people these days.
Yeah.
So you got to be real careful out there, man.
Yeah. Crazy. But, holiday cheer. That's what we agreed on. So,
yeah.
About
so
something happy.
Let's not talk about the opioid epidemic. Let's talk about something else.
The current Omicron crisis sweeping through everywhere. The soft lockdown going on. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything else horrible happening. Let's just get it out of our systems. What to expect from pandemic's third year. Anger over mask mandates. No change there. Desmond Tutu dead at 90. I don't know who that is. Probably important. Let me just look. Anti-apartheid leader and voice of justice. Okay, so an important person. Let's see. Flights getting canceled. It's a nightmare. Jeff Bezos is just showing off his physique, so he's just being a piece of shit like always. Let's see. Queen Elizabeth. Do you think she's dead and they're just hiding it, or that she's alive and well?
I mean, look, how long is she going to live for?
I don't know. Or maybe they've already replaced her with a fake one, and she's gonna all the old person makeup has finally been taken off, and she can just kind of slip back into under the cracks.
Well, we've discussed before that she is a lizard person, so like I feel like she's never going to die.
Yeah, but they gotta cover it up. They gotta make it look human. So what I think is they got a body double who's gonna live out the rest of their days, so she dies a natural death, and the lizard person that is Queen Elizabeth is going to have to slip into a different position as a different person.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's a sound theory, and I think it's true. Actually, you know what? It's true.
Yeah. Speaking of which, have I on the show given the update of my dad's descent into tinfoil hat wearing madness?
I think we briefly talk about it last week. Has he emailed you more shit? Did we talk about that YouTube video? I think we might have.
I don't think we did last week. I think we were too excited about Bigfoot and it being our 100th episode. I don't think we brought up the video of the cabal leaders, which as you've informed me, cabal is just another word for just Jewish folks, right?
Yeah, when you're talking about the cabal, so give them some background first. Tell them exactly what happened, because we did tell them the first time when your dad brought up this whole quantum financing thing.
Right.
Now,
yeah, that was over the phone.
You should fill them in. Yeah, you should fill them in and tell them the next step in his journey towards madness.
Okay, let me get the email up. Here we go. Okay. So I got an email from my brother that says, got this actual real email from dad. Watch at your own risk. I think I'm about 20% stupider after getting through half of it. And then the actual email itself, it says, hi guys, great update. It will blow your mind. He attached a video that is titled, let me pull it up. Cabal leaders go to Antarctica to surrender to extraterrestrials and Earth Alliance. It has 250,000 views. Comments include, this is beyond exciting. Yes, we were maybe all hoping to see them judged and condemned, but this way it's softer and allowing more humans to go through the awakening process. I sign up for it. Thank you very much, Dr. Michael and Elena and all the galactic family. I cried and laughed out loud at the same time. Tears of joy. The light has won. Blessed be all the unknown heroes out there that make this possible. Love, peace, and light to us all. So the idea is that there's a portal in Antarctica that a bunch of elites have gone over to surrender our planet to the Galactic Federation, which we did have an episode on. We have discussed that. And it's about a 21-minute video. It says that we are in contact with a Thorhan Eridon. is a member of the Galactic Federation that we are meeting up with, and with big names such as let me see if I could find it. Klaus Schwab, Christine Lagarde, Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz. I don't know who the fuck any of these people are, but supposedly they are the elites. And you made it through the whole video, didn't you?
I watched the whole video. I have to. It's part of my research, right? It's part of my human experience.
Right.
Now, everybody who heard you give a description of that video should know that it's fake because of one simple fact.
Oh.
I've said multiple times on this podcast that we are not and will not be ready for the Galactic Federation for a long ass time. Okay, there's no way in hell that we are being accepted into them. Did you guys not know that we still kill each other over dumb shit? Did you guys not know that, thanks to, things that happen, all of a sudden a bunch of people around the world are dying, and which, could be prevented, but is not being prevented? Does that sound like Galactic Federation material to you? Does it sound like that we'll be in the next members of Starfleet? You know what I mean?
That's a very good point. Because it sounds scammy. Like there's no way. Like with all this, that we wouldn't just surrender our planet. They don't fucking want us.
They don't want us. We are fucking so far away from joining them. It's not funny. Now, the fact that they made this video is clearly fake, and because of that, and also yes, but what you brought up before you gave the description, yes, whenever, because the reason I don't look into the cabal, and the reason that I don't talk about the cabal is because I don't believe the cabal is a real thing. And whenever people do start talking about the cabal, you can be rest assured they're talking about the Jews. It's a very anti-Semitic view of conspiracy, if you will. So keep that in mind.
Interesting. Yep, here it is. The term cabal is derived from Kabbalah. Kabbalah, which has numerous spellings variations, Jewish mystical and spiritual interpretation of Hebrew scripture. So, yikes. So, the rabbit hole continues. And I've told you guys, I'm going to try to update you as every fucking time I get that stupid phone call and I have to deal with more of this. Here's the thing is his wife is a Jehovah's Witness, which to me is, for all those Jehovah Witnesses out there that might be listening, it's a cult that just got big enough to not be considered a cult, in my opinion. I feel the same about Scientology
and Latter-day Saints. It's all the same shit. It's all
exactly.
Look, for those Jehovah Witnesses out there, anybody who doesn't celebrate Halloween is bad in my book. All right. Or you know what? If you choose to not celebrate it, that's fine. But any religion that tells you not to celebrate it, that's a little weird.
Yeah, or ones that don't even let you celebrate your own birthday. Like, how dehumanizing can you be? Because they don't want you to celebrate the individual. They want you to be the unit, because then you are easier to control.
Like the Borg. Dude, wait, Jehovah's Witnesses are just Borg.
Are Borgs, it's like, cyborgs, but when you get the parts installed in you, you become like a hive mind.
Assimilated. They're all about assimilation. Yeah, dude. Bro. Fucking, oh my God, dude. Star Trek prepared us for this, dude. We gotta take them out.
Oh man. And actually great transition here, because I know you've been itching in terms of the world of sci-fi. You'd expressed some reservations about the new Matrix movie and have now seen it, and we are eagerly awaiting your opinion.
Okay, do you guys remember when the trailer first dropped? And I talked about it. We talked about it briefly on the show, and we were like, cautiously optimistic would be the best way to put it, right?
Right.
I did watch it this past weekend. Originally, I was going to see it in theaters. I was like, dude, I have to see it in theaters. It's a Matrix movie. But then I was drunk and lazy. I was like, oh, it's on HBO Max, right? So I watched it on HBO Max. If I had paid money to buy tickets to see that movie, I would have immediately, upon 20 minutes into the movie, requested a refund and never looked back. It was insulting.
Well, what was so bad about it?
Okay, all right, here we go. I've been waiting, man. I've been fucking waiting to talk about this shit, dude. I'm so fucking mad.
Was it just all like Christmas dinner? Did you have to hold it in? Oh no, I feel like the people around you though would have been okay with your expressing it, right?
Well, the people around me aren't used to me expressing my opinion, because I'm very, me in real. Okay, here's a little look behind the curtain. I'm pretty kind of shy and reserved. All right, I'm very introverted, in real life. So during Christmas dinner, it did come up with my significant other's family, and I couldn't help it, dude. I was like, you know what? I said it was a travesty, and because they seemed to like it, and I've never thought less of them after. Like, before
no!
that. It was like, what are you talking about?
Like, damn, maybe we shouldn't visit next Christmas.
I was like, okay, but I held my tongue. Now I'm going to tell you guys what I really think. Okay, if you want to watch The Matrix, the first one, but you want it made by Gen Z people,
No.
and just like everything that they did right in the first movie is done again, but in a contrived manner. This is the movie for you. If you want a movie whose cinematography looks like a 2-year-old designed it and approved it, this movie's for you. If you want fight scenes that look like Gumby fighting Stephen Hawking, this movie's for you.
Oh, no. Was it ever a victim of like woke culture bullshit where it's trying too hard to make like a social statement? Or
Yes.
Was it just, oh, really? And that kind of got in the way of the actual movie?
It was kind of. Now this is going to be a spoiler-free rant because it is new. It is very new, and people out there actually. I'm going to just come out and say it right now. I don't recommend that you watch it. I don't care how big of a Matrix fan you are. There is literally no bigger Matrix fan than me. It was a very important piece of media in my development. It's the reason I got into martial arts as a kid. Everything, very important. I don't care how much you like it. You will not like this. And if you do, you're fucking lying to yourself. All right.
Damn. Well, it's better to just pretend Matrix is over and they just ended it.
This is not canon, in my opinion. I will never, ever watch it ever again. And they can suck my left nutsack. All right. Now, this is going to be spoiler free. It's going to be hard for me to do that, but I'm going to try. Okay. Everything that they do in this movie. Now I see what they were trying to do. They're trying to bring the Matrix to a new generation by basically saying that it's a loop. Okay. It's like the Matrix is on a loop and there's like a new Matrix. And so basically what that leads to is everything that's happening in the movie is a scene for scene cut of the first one and a little bit of the second one. So all the shit's the same. Even the opening scene is the same. Do you remember the opening scene in the first Matrix where Trinity's breaking into that thing and she fucking swan kicks that dude in slow-mo and it was badass?
Yeah.
They do the same thing, but it's a different chick. They do the new Morpheus, who's like a hip black dude who's got like lingo and it's very racist. He's using ebonics and shit. It's like, good Lord, man. This is fucking... Even I was getting a little woke about that. So there's like a new Morpheus. Dude, it's like one of the worst pieces of media I've ever seen in my life. See, it's hard for me to really get into it without giving away too much, but just know that old characters come back in new bodies, and it's the most retarded, contrived piece of shit I've ever watched in my life.
Interesting. How would you say compared to your experience with the Star Wars remake?
It was the exact same, but this one was more devastating to me because as soon as Disney purchased Star Wars, I knew it was over. But I was like, come on. One of the two sisters who made The Matrix was coming back to do this.
Yeah.
You know, Warner Brothers still had the rights. I was like, there's a hope. The original cast, some of the original cast is coming back. NPH is in it. I like NPH. He was awful in this movie. Just god awful.
Really?
Oh, dude, you got to watch it. Don't pay money for it, but watch it. It's fucking hilarious. Now here's the problem it fell into.
Okay.
Do you remember The Force Awakens was basically a shot for shot of A New Hope?
Same plot, same characters, same idea, same beginning, middle, and end.
Right. But they did it but it was annoying the way they did it. I saw why they were trying to do it again. They were trying to bring it to a new generation, and it worked because kids are stupid and they'll buy toys for anything. But The Matrix did the same exact thing. It was a shot for shot of the first movie for a new generation with shitty writing, shitty acting, plot lines that made no sense.
Mm-hmm.
There was a homeless Merovingian. Do you remember the French guy? Do you remember
Yeah.
the French guy? He's
Yeah.
homeless in this one. He's like a rabid animal. It's like, dude, you just have to watch it. It was one of the most absurd things I've ever seen in my life.
Well, it sounds to me it was a forced reboot, and that's what makes you not feel good about it. Is it didn't feel like an original, in good faith continuation of the story. It's like they would have been better off just like completely starting from the ground up with like a different, like the Matrix as it happens, but like a different like universe. But obviously they wanted to keep Keanu because he's Neo, but like it just sounds like to me it was forced. It felt a little lazy. It felt like they didn't really put much effort into changing things, and the things that they did change felt extremely, like I said, forced. Felt very they treat the audience as dumb, like, oh yeah, just make them do this and they'll fucking love it. Kind of like that.
Yeah, and people are eating it up, but I have some people. Some Matrix fans are pretty pissed, like me.
Yeah. It sounds
Now,
like the just like with Star Wars, the diehards hated it, but the general audience was totally fine with it.
yes, this is a movie made for people who want to go see an action movie. Somebody who wants to see an action movie with, you know, really clunky dialogue and clumsy fight choreography, please feel free to spend your own hard-earned money on this heaping pile of garbage. But if you are a diehard fan of The Matrix and you haven't seen this yet, literally your life will not change if you don't watch this. In fact, it might get a little worse if you do watch it. Now, let me tell you how I knew this was going to be a bad movie 3 to 5 minutes in. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the new characters, blue-haired chick, you know, obviously. So I saw her. I was like, oh, okay, she's going to be like Mary. She's going to be a Mary Sue. You know what I mean? And I was kind of right. So, about 3 minutes in the movie, she's fighting an agent.
Okay.
And like holding her own. Does that strike anybody else odd? Oh, what was the significance of the one again? Oh, yeah, he could fight a bunch of agents. What happens if other people fought agents? They died. Morpheus told us that, all right? This bitch was all up in there just like beating the crap. I was like, nah. I was like 3 minutes in, I knew this is going to be a hot fucking mess, dude. And I was right.
Well, it's because Trinity can kick ass, but it sounds like they like overpowered her and she wasn't a significant character.
Well, Trinity was really cool. She was OG, and she had a lot of background in the Matrix and in the real world. So, like, she had the training, but she still couldn't hold herself up to an agent very well. But then this new chick comes in and just starts beating up agents and flipping around with her blue hair, and like the fight scenes look like there was 12 cameras that simultaneously shot it, and they just edited it as the worst possible way that they could. That's what the fight scenes look like.
So to clarify for the audience, you might be misinterpreting what Nick's saying. He's not saying that he dislikes her because she's a woman who's doing well in a movie. It's they broke the canon to make this woman character seem really, really powerful, because like Rey, they're kind of shoving her in your face instead of, you know, giving her a natural progression or any real plausible explanation of their power level. It's like when Rey just suddenly gets like mastery of the Force, even though she never got trained for a second.
Remember when she did Jedi mind tricks after getting caught once by the stormtroopers? It was like that, dude. It's like, yeah. I would be this mad if it was a dude doing the same thing, but of course it wouldn't be, because it's like, look, that's beside the point. I don't care if it's a dude. I don't care if it's a girl. I'm just mad because there was we didn't see anything. We're told you can't fight agents efficiently unless you're the one. Yeah, and she's not the one.
Well, and to put it into, if we can, for people who are still like, oh, I think Nick's just being sexist, I think you would feel the exact same if, say, I don't know, Michael Cera was put in the movie as a side character.
I would.
He just starts whipping ass, even though
I would destroy everything. I would be so mad, dude. I cannot stand Michael Cera. Anyway, yes, you're right. So I would feel the same exact way. I want progression. I want to see training. I saw Neo become the one. He fought for the abilities that he had, even though he was technically the one. He still had to hone them. It doesn't matter how innately good you are at something. You have to hone your skills.
Right.
So that's how I knew it was going to be a bad movie. It was, I can't give away the ending and what the whole goal of the movie is. That was weird to me. Once you watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was super weird. Now there's two. All right. So what happened to the one? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's in the name.
So now there's the two, like on equal playing fields. Like I don't know, dude. I don't know. All right, and I'm very sad.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of a stretch. It sounds like, I mean, I haven't seen it. I'm curious to watch it just to see like how I feel about it. But yeah, it sounds like they're just kind of stretching the canon, and it's never fun when there's a beloved series and they have a distinct like these are the rules of its universe, but then they decide to break the rules of that universe just to make you like a new character. Like that just seems a little overboard. I know for me that bums me out, and that makes me feel like, well, cool, then the rules don't matter, so the series doesn't matter because it's never going to be consistent. And like, what the fuck would I enjoy something like that?
Precisely. So everybody can say, Nick, hey, you're taking it too personally. It's just a movie. And to you, I would say, yeah, maybe I am taking it personally. This means a lot to a lot of people, including myself. And then you guys come and just shit all over it. And also, it's like very self-aware too, which I hate in movies. I hate.
Yeah.
So there was like this one scene. This isn't like a spoiler, but there's like this one scene where, okay, so you guys probably could tell from the trailer. So here is what's going on. In the beginning of the movie, by the way, the first third of the movie is, I almost turned it off and never put it back on. It was really hard to get through. Everything that Neo, Thomas Anderson, experienced in the past three movies turned out to be, well, kind of. He's back in a Matrix, and he is a game developer. Okay, a very popular game developer, and they made a Matrix 1, 2, and 3 video game based off of his experiences that he thought was just a video game. So this whole time he thinks it's just a video game. So everything he went through before doesn't matter now. Okay, and also I should mention, guys, I did a little bit of a little experiment here. I paused the movie at about 45 minutes in. Goddamn near half that playtime was just fucking actual flashbacks to some of the scenes from especially the first movie.
That blows.
It was really bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Exposition, especially for a movie like The Matrix, when you spend like 45 minutes on exposition, like that's like if John Wick, like, they had a good like 20 so minutes of exposition, but like it was interesting. You could really sink your teeth into this new exciting character and all this stuff. And then the rest of it was just kick ass. But damn, so it looked like they really were just resting on their laurels on this one, huh?
It was so bad. It was embarrassing, man. Like, look, don't get me wrong. We need exposition, but we need it done in an interesting way. I would have been fine with an exposition dump every once in a while. Now, but the problem is when you literally rely on clips from a past movie in a blockbuster movie in 2021 for a highly anticipated. I waited almost 2 decades for something like this. And when you're telling me that I'm dumb enough to need to see clips again from the first goddamn Matrix to know what you're talking about, I know what I know what Zion is. I know what these things are.
Yeah, it sounds like they didn't give enough to the diehards, because it's like there's a way to like appease the diehards while still making a new movie and a new property to like, hint at what's going on without having to just basically spoon feed it. But it sounds like this movie's kind of spoon feeding and just appealing to the lowest common denominator.
Man, I know that I'm coming across very frustrated, and because I'm frustrated, and it's hard for me to like really articulate my thoughts on this, but just know that I'm highly disappointed. And they treat Neo like shit for like 2/3 of the movie, and it's just like, we are all there to watch him, but now we're not. You know what I mean? Because they want to push something else on us, and it's like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of ways they could have done it right, and they just decided not to, because this was probably the ones all the corporate guys were like, hell yeah, like this is what's going to sell. And on top of that too, it's crazy to be on realizing there's two sides to this, but there are some people who legitimately don't care if a movie's good or not. They just like watching movies. Isn't that? That's been such a foreign concept to me that I've been trying to like, push it into my head and think about it when like, someone in my family really, or like parents love like Fast and Furious. And I'm like, well, these are like, cheapo, like no artistry, just explosion movies. I mean, they're fun, but like, they're not good. But I have to remember, like, that's not everybody, like, needs a good movie, quote unquote, to enjoy watching a movie. Some people just like watching movies because it's fun. And that's another thing too of why, because I used to go to movies by myself, and same with my girlfriend, and we never thought it was a problem, but people would be like, that's like really sad and depressing. And I was like, I don't understand why. I'm doing something I enjoy in my free time, and I wanted to see it. Nobody else did, so why the fuck not? But then if you think of it from the other perspective of somebody who just watches movies because they just like watching movies because it's a fun thing to do with your friends, yeah, of course, if you went to watch a movie by yourself and that was your attitude on it, that'd be very depressing, because you don't watch a movie to, like, pull apart the intricacies of the plot and the exposition and the timeline and the lore. You're just like, oh, I just want to see shit explode and loud and hear a funny joke every now and again and stuff. And doing that by yourself with that mentality, yeah, it's horribly depressing. But if you're really into movies, it's like, it's super fun, and it's less, and it's just, see the different perspectives and how they play against each other.
I agree. I'm not like a huge movie buff, but I know what I like, and I know enough about movies to know what makes a movie objectively good, right? Because there's a lot of aspects to movies that are subjective, a lot of them. But then if you have something like really shitty, clunky dialogue, check, by the way, for The Matrix 4. If you have, if your fight scene choreography was done by like a quadruple amputee, check. That was The Matrix 4. There are certain things to look for in a movie that make it objectively bad, and this was it. I implore you guys out there to not watch it, but if you're morbidly curious, watch it and then tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong to my fucking face. All right.
Well, that'll be an interesting take for everyone. So if you are listening here and you're on our Discord and you have watched the movie, please feel free to drop an opinion in our channel, because I'm sure Nick will be able to. He'll either agree with you or clap back double, and you'll get banned.
Well, I will. Oh man, I wouldn't ban you guys, but I will be highly disappointed if anybody in our Discord is like, you know what? I like that ending. That ending was pretty good. I was like, okay, man.
Get put on the certified watch list.
I'm just loopy, man. I fucking hated it. It was like, and here's the thing: is I like what you brought up earlier. You said there's ways to expand IPs, but there's proper ways to do it. And one of the biggest things you have to do if you're resurrecting, no pun intended, a fucking IP that I've been waiting 18, 19 years for a new installment of, world build a little bit.
Yeah,
don't rehash the same shit, man.
Give us something to chew on, like I'm trying to think of what like reboots actually worked. I know when they did the new Invader Zim movie thing, it was totally good. Like, I liked it. I mean, I think I grew up a bit, and I don't think the humor was as like, I didn't think it was as hilarious as like I used to, but like they did a fine job of that.
There are ways to do it. Look, and this actually reminded me because you said how you used to go to movies to watch them alone when you were younger.
Yeah.
This reminded me of a time in our past when we went to go see Star Trek 2009 together with a group of friends. That movie, and I just watched it again the other day, that movie did, in my opinion, a great job of staying true to characters. Even though it was a prequel, it still had to expand because it was a prequel. It wasn't really a reboot. So it did a good job of expanding on the universe, staying true to the characters. It was interesting. It had good action. Yes, it was J.J. Abrams, so like the camera angles and the lens flares were a little fucking wacky. But aside from that, it was quite fun. That's how you do it, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I totally forgot about that. Yeah, dude, the Star Trek reboot was really good, and it was entertaining. You could nerd out about it. You could, because we've all, and I think you you jumped on something really good there, is we don't want to nerd about the previous universe because we've already nerded out about it. We've already experienced it. And to just throw the same shit back, it's like, we already know how this works. We need something else to talk about, and that's why we're excited to see these new movies, because now we get something else to talk about with the lore and the story and the world building. And when it feels like they just give us a cheap twist just as an excuse to keep the movie franchise going, then we're not watching a movie that is expanding on a universe that's building in our brains. To us, we just feel like we're being sold something.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. They're selling it. And it was just disappointing, man. Like I told you before the recording here, like the best word that I can use, I know I have to make jokes and I have to be super uppity about it for the people, but in one word, if I could sum up my experience, it's heartbreaking. That's it, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like all the anger was more of a mask to hide the tears, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely a defense mechanism. But that's it. That's my spoiler-free rant on Matrix 4. Watch it at your own peril. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Well, don't you feel a little better getting that off your chest?
I do feel good because I haven't really had a chance to say anything like that, So
Yeah, there you go. Well, I think a good way to, expand on this is how about an Elvis fact?
Oh, please do. Yes, distract me.
Okay, let's see. Elvis's popularity faded in the 1960s with the rise of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and others. He successfully relaunched his career with a 1968 television special that came about because Elvis had walked down a busy Los Angeles street and nobody had recognized him or approached him.
Holy shit. Imagine going from the king of rock and roll to who's that fat slob on the sidewalk in LA,
Look at this fucking weirdo, the grease in his hair and shit.
Yeah,
That
dude.
must
And
be
then didn't he
wild.
get like a Vegas show in the 70s before he died?
I think so. And he had a last run of things. Like he had one last tour, and there's footage of it where he looks noticeably ill. Like he just does not look. He still fucking sings it, and I think there's even I think he had a show the day or two before he died too, and they said he looked like he was gonna croak at any minute.
King of rock and roll, more like the king of hoagies. You know what I mean?
What was it that killed him?
I don't know. We've looked it up before, but I forgot.
Let's see, Elvis Presley, because I know there's death and mystery and what do you call it? Conspiracy about it. But let's see. Autopsy undertaken was still in progress. Announced the immediate cause of death was cardiac arrest. Trial, so they put his physician on trial, exonerated him of liability for his deaths. In the first 8 months of 1977 alone, he had prescribed more than 10,000 doses of sedatives, amphetamines, and narcotics, all in Elvis's name. So that might have something to do with that. Testified as defense witness.
Wait, did you say amphetamines and sedatives?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Real nice. Let's mix the stimulants and the depressants.
Yeah.
Wait, no. What did you say? Yeah, sedatives and amphetamines, right? What was there a third one?
Sedatives, amphetamines, and narcotics.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So I think it was probably a mixture of probably cardiac arrest, probably just says he was chronically ill with diabetes, glaucoma, and constipation. His body had been racked over a span of years by a large and constant stream of drugs. A phenomenon called the Valsalva maneuver.
What? That sounds like a flight pattern.
It really does. Essentially straining on the toilet, leading to his heart stopping. Just because of his constipation. Imagine you're fighting for he literally was fighting for his life.
I'm fighting for my
life. What do they call the restroom? I'm fighting for my fucking life. So oh no. We should probably maybe one day we could do an episode on Elvis because I know there's a lot of conspiracies and the idea that he's still alive and out there. So that's oh
sad,
man. Yeah. Also too, his appetite was rich, heavy Southern cooking, chicken fried steak, biscuits and gravy, calorie laden fried peanut butter, banana, and sometimes bacon sandwiches, also known as the Elvis sandwich. Yeah, that I think that'll do it. I think it was just a combination of a lot of different things.
That's brutal, man. Just imagine trying to take it. See, now the worst part of the whole thing is he wasn't successful on the toilet. At least there was no relief. He had constipation, so he was just fucking pushing, blowing out capillaries in his eyeballs. Boom, heart gives up on him. That sucks.
To have those be your last moments is just because I don't know about you, but when it's like that, you know how it used to be after Buffalo Wild Wings when we would get the spiciest ones you had. It's not only were you just hella constipated, but it was just you just felt like a ring of fire,
Yeah, dude. Good stuff, man. I miss. Hey, speaking of Buffalo Wild Wings in the challenge, I found a beautiful new wing place around my house. Very good. Quality's up there with Wingstop.
Wow, that's saying something.
The sauces are really tasty. They have tater tots and shit. Now, I noticed that they have a challenge. All right.
Uh-oh.
they have a challenge where it's 12 wings in 30 minutes. They give you 30 minutes
Easy.
with their triple X hot sauce.
Oh, dude, that's easy clap. If it's anything like the blazing wings at Buffalo Wild Wings, that's an easy win.
Easy win. 30 minutes, bro. That's half an hour. I'll ask for a second helping. 12 wings isn't enough for me. Now, do you want to know what makes it even easier? And I was very disappointed to see this.
Yeah.
They're not bone-in wings, dude. They're fucking little boneless wings.
And they're small, you said?
They're like, like Wingstop boneless, probably like that big.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be simple.
It's ridiculous. And I was talking to my my wife about this when we were there. I was like, and I was going on this tirade, right? Because I feel like I'm the authority on like you and I are like the authority on wing challenges. So I was like, oh, you know what? You what? If you guys want to really make this hard, you got to make it bone in because the temperature is hot as fuck and it burns your fingers. And the bone is like a it's a boundary it's an obstacle because the slower it takes you to eat something, the fuller you'll get over time. But if you're just boneless wings and you're popping them like Vicodin, then it's like where's the challenge?
Yeah, no, that's a good point because you need a plan of attack when it comes to bone in. Like there's strategies and there's way to get around it, and that's like half of what makes the challenge fun is like battling. It's like an obstacle course, and boneless is just kind of like. Yeah, I think you're right. It does kind of like it makes the challenge kind of just not very challenging. You just bite and you win.
With that being said, though, I am going to do it soon. I think when I get back into town, I'm going to do it. Just show them exactly what their problem is because you get your photo up on the wall of fame or whatever. I'm like, dude, in this state, I bet you nobody can handle triple X, but I came from fucking SoCal. I'm ready.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you got to show them what you're made of, man. And like, I think it'll be easy. And I think really the only additional challenge that a boneless wing would bring is the breading, because with normal wings, you're normally not breaded. I mean, at least most of the challenges we've done, which keeps you from getting full faster. Whereas breaded wings, that's calorie, that's bread, that'll fill you up. So that's probably what the one part of it that might be a little challenging, but like I think we've been through a lot worse.
Yeah, and plus half an hour is just a ridiculous amount of time to give somebody for a hot wing challenge.
Oh yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings, you get like 8 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 12 wings in. Yeah, like it was definitely less than 12 minutes.
Yeah, actually, I can look that up. It's the Buffalo Wild Wings Blazing Challenge. The rules and award. Okay, let's see. And also too, when we fucking completed this, we didn't even get our name on the they didn't even take our picture or anything.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I did all this for nothing.
It's trash. Oh, we were so mad. Oh, dude, it's even worse. Okay, 10 wings in 5 minutes.
That's still doable. Their blazing is like nothing now. Have you tasted it recently?
No, I thought it was supposed to be worse.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, Carolina Reaper. Those sound terrible.
I had it not too long ago, just as like a casual like wing night. Like I got it delivered to the house. It was pretty good, honestly. It had a good flavor. Honestly, dude, you and I could go there and rock it in 5 minutes easy. For 10 too, they dropped the amount of wings.
Yeah, because I think they dropped the time and the wings. I think it was 12 for like 12 for 10 minutes, or like 12 for 8 minutes. But now it's 10 for 5. So we could do that.
We could do that, bro.
Yeah, it's just the worst part is not the eating the wings. It's the evening after for sure.
Oh yeah, it's fucking that Mount Vesuvius going off on your toilet the next morning. Yeah.
And not to get like too graphic or anything, it's like it's going to be a bad one when it's like every spurt just fires off like a couple rocks, and that's kind of it.
Oh god. Oh, I'm getting visions of Pompeii and sounds terrible.
It's tough, man. It's tough, but only the bravest can make it through.
I love spicy food. Oh, I love it.
Oh yeah. So I'm trying to think. I had the because funny enough, Wingstop, their spiciest wing is really not that bad. Like in terms of eating it, it's I would actually venture to say it's the spiciest wing at Wingstop is probably like maybe like a notch below mango habanero at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wild Wings has terrible quality food, but their sauces are way spicier. So it's like, pick your poison.
Exactly. Like when I go to Wingstop, my stomach is not nearly as messed up as if I go to B-Dubs,
Right. Yeah, and also too, like anything, depends on the day. It depends on the restaurant and how well they take care of shit, and if the people there actually like care about making good food, or if it's just like some 19-year-old just looking for some extra cash.
That's usually how it is. But I feel like Wingstop uses better quality chicken.
Yeah, I definitely 100% agree with that. And a lot of places use good quality chicken. Just the sad part is, that it's good quality because it's super fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And
But
that's, yeah.
Speaking of Wingstop, though, they are opening one up near me, I heard.
Yeah, so finally you can get back to it. Your old stomping ground.
Stop abusing my stomach, because I've been up until I found this new place that's pretty good. I've been forced to be eating B-dubs this whole goddamn time. So,
yeah, no, we usually have to have B-dubs because of an allergy issue we have with the Wingstop one. So it's just, I don't get to eat it as much as I'd like to, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Oh, the words of wisdom from TikTok.
Woo!
Nice. Alrighty. Well, things are kind of my Christmas has kind of got delayed a day because we had like an exposure. Everything's okay, but all that's kind of looks like it's ramping up soon. So might have to cut it a little short today, but anything else you wanted to talk about? Anything we should bring up? I mean, we have another Kickback episode next week. So what you feeling?
I don't think so, man. I have a new book on depression I'm going to go read.
Ooh, nice. Do you have a title for us, or is it secret?
Mm-hmm. Oh, of the book that I bought?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. I just bought it. Like I got it like today, and I haven't cracked it open yet. The book is called The Noonday Demon by Andrew Solomon. He's a professor of psychology at Columbia. And it's just a big book on depression.
It sounds like, well, it's got a hell of a catchy title, so sounds like a good way to spend a couple hours, kick back. I know you were saying you're tired of partying. It's time to just relax, take it easy, and recover
a little bit. No more drinking. I'm not drinking today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. I'm sure your body will thank you. And how's Kiwi's Christmas?
It was good. He got a new Mr. Chicken toy. He got a ball. He got what else did he get? A little dragon toy. So it was successful. He got some treats,
Yeah. I was gonna say he looked like he's lost some weight.
He's been on the same diet I'm on. So like basically if I fast, he fasts. No, I'm just kidding.
Almost got fucking everyone to start calling like find your IP, send animal protection over.
No. He was getting a little overweight, the vet said. So they had us cut him back to half a cup per meal of food. So that is what he's been doing.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking slim and trim. I was very surprised. I was like, oh wow, he's got less rolls than he usually does.
I know, that's saying something. So
yeah, and of course, if you don't know Kiwi, he's Nick's pug, he's a delight.
He is a little he's something, man. He's a little fucking Tasmanian devil, I'll tell you that.
I know I've said this before on the podcast, but one of my most memorable experiences is because I've known Kiwi since he was a little bean, and now of course he's been around for a couple of years. And he recognizes me, which is always very sweet. But one time he got really excited when he saw me on some New Year's a couple years ago that he just full sprint and jumped into my gut and almost knocked the wind out of me.
Yeah, you almost threw up your New Year's alcohol too. I remember
exactly. I almost sobered up right then and there.
It's like that was high impact from like a football player. It was awesome.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm glad I flexed. That's how I made it through. Oh man, but yeah, looks like next time we'll be recording will be post New Year's because that's the next holiday coming up. So we're in this weird what do you call it, like this in between like purgatory that is between Christmas and New Year's before everything kind of goes back to normal.
Yeah, but hey, you know what that means? More drinking next weekend.
Yep. We got one more to go, and then we can dial it back. We can do what's good for our bodies. We can get a little restorative and a little bit more positive, hopefully. I know we haven't been given a lot of reasons to be positive lately, but, especially because now we might be in another fucking lockdown.
Just got to stay positive where you can, man. This shit's going to blow over one day. We're not sure. It could be a year from now. It could be 3. But yeah, the point is, it
ain't forever.
It ain't nothing forever. And yeah, nothing is. And that's something that Tasha and I try to live by. Everything is temporary, both good and bad. So Just keep that in mind. Find something to do in your house. Don't be cooped up and watching fucking Netflix one episode after the other. Your attention span is going to drop significantly. I have noticed it myself. I can't sit still and watch a fucking movie anymore. So I've taken to reading, playing less video games, watching less Tic Tacs, you know?
Yeah.
Do something good for yourself, even if you're stuck in the house. It will make you feel better.
True. Also, I know the video game thing wasn't completely intentional. Oh, no, because you have an Xbox.
I have an Xbox, but at the same time, it's like, I prefer PC and my PC's down still. So it's like I was almost kind of forced into but I should be reading more.
Yeah. And it sounds like
I'm still practicing my ABCs. Yeah. So,
See, look at you making such strides forward.
Yeah. Hey, if I could do it, anybody could do it. All right. Learn to read. All right. You're not a serf anymore on a fucking like some sire's field. Learn to read.
Yeah, it'll open so many new doors and so much more to just get the most out of life and what's left of 2021. And as we bring in next year, which we will talk to you guys then, we'll just see. We'll catch the vibe of that, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man. But up until that point, I hope you guys have a good time. We'll talk to you next week. Happy New Year. I don't think we're going to. So we'll be talking to you guys after the New Year's. Again, So hope you guys stay safe. Don't drink and drive. As fun as it sounds and as cool as you'll look, don't do it.
I know you bought the sunglasses and everything, and you want to be like Dukes of Hazzard, but I assure you that time is past. It is no longer cool.
Yeah.
So, thank you everyone for listening. And obviously, iTunes rate and review. If you could give us a 5-star, that'd be super, super helpful. Spotify, click that follow button. We have new episodes every single Wednesday. Our Instagram is at CEOTPK. Our YouTube is Close Encounters of the Podcast Kind. Twitter is at CEOTPK1. Our TikTok is at CEOTPK. Our email is CEOTPK1@gmail.com. Discord is discord.gg/lowercase b, number 6, capital C, capital T, number 5, capital M, capital X. All these links and the following are on our Facebook page, just Close Encounters of the Podcast Kind, or facebook.com/CEOTPK. Don't type these out. There's easier ways to do things. Save your time, save your effort. If you have a tip you want to give us, you want to throw us some money, we have a coffee, ko-fi.com/CEOTPK. Non-essential. We did get a nice $25 Christmas donation, so I believe it was anonymous. So just thank you very much. All that goes into like our hosting and helps us out a ton. But it's, like we said, we always say it's not essential. The show's not at risk of shutting down if you don't. So just, if you feel the need to, it's there.
Yeah, thank you for the donation. It was much appreciated. And I appreciate that you said Merry Christmas, but I do celebrate Hanukkah. So a little racist.
Yeah. Even though you did Kwanzaa last year. And then
I'm multicultural, baby. I'm a cultured man. I'm trying to learn more about different cultures, right?
I feel like you just have like a wheel you spin of like what you decide you're going to celebrate which year.
That's not a bad idea.
That could be fun.
That could be fun, and it could be very engaging. Actually, goddamn it, Tasker, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get one and pull one together, and it'll be very interesting. So, yeah, we'll keep you guys updated.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone, and we'll give you a real Happy New Year in the new year next episode. But as always, thank you for listening. And again, another Kickback episode next week. Nick's got a lot of traveling to do. We don't really have the resources to do a full episode, and by resources I mean we're gonna be
physical presence.
Yes, yeah, it's gonna be whack, and we don't want to have to put all that effort in when we should be spending time with our families and shit.
Yeah. So enjoy our sultry dick jokes next week as well. But then we'll get back into Bigfoot.
Yep, we made a whole episode without talking about orgies. Good for us.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.